Hello, Bronco fans and football fans alike. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown, post-game, Week 9, the Broncos against the Falcons. Before I get into the breakdown, there was no, or is no, I should say, going further. There is no COVID-related incidents, but there are serious injuries, one being to Albert O. In the third quarter, he tore his ACL, and he is out for the season. That makes 13 total Bronco players, key players, that are listed on IR. Of course, the other two with ACL is Von Miller. He's out for the year, injured it before the season. And then Cortland Sutton, he's also out for the year. So Broncos are now down to Noah Fant and Vonette, but Noah Fant, he got a high ankle sprain in the first quarter. He missed the rest of the game, and he's listed day to day. Well, the Broncos did make a move. They did re-sign Troy Fumagami. He's on the practice squad, but they can activate him for Week 10 against the Raiders, but that remains to be seen. It hasn't been official as far as him being on the active roster, but they have signed him to the practice squad. Now, let me get to the game. Where do I begin? How about I begin last week? Because this looked like an absolute carbon copy of last week. And what really pisses me off about this is the simple fact that, why not just play last week? It's stupid. It's just freaking stupid that they have the same game plan, the same mentality that they had going into this game. They said they wanted to play faster. They said they wanted to play smarter. They said they wanted to play more hurry up. They didn't do anything. They didn't hurry up anything. The only thing they hurried up was hurrying up making mistakes, because that's exactly what they did. And I am one ticked off Bronco fan that is sick and tired of this offensive game plan. Pat Shurmur has to go. I know it's the middle of the season. I know the Broncos aren't going to make any changes at this point in time because there's nobody else out there to get. But my point is, Pat Shurmur was fired by the Giants for a reason, because he sucks. He doesn't know how to make play calls. He doesn't know how to mentor a young quarterback. He doesn't even know how to make adjustments. And you have to be able to make adjustments on the fly in the NFL. This is a copycat league. If you have vulnerabilities like the Broncos have on their offensive line, the right side, sure, I know injuries. I'm not talking injuries. Forget injuries. It happens to every team in every sport. So put that aside. The Broncos' offensive line is absolutely pathetic on the right side. Now, you haven't heard me mention number 72 at all in a long time. But the reason is because he's playing great. It's uncanny how the Broncos have not done anything right, this season. Yeah, they've won 3 games. Whoopee. They beat the Jets. They beat a sorry-ass Patriots team, and they beat the Chargers on the literally last second of the game. So who they've really beaten? They've really beaten nobody. Nobody with a winning record have the Broncos beaten. So I move on. There's no excuses. There is absolutely no excuses for mental or even physical mistakes at this point in the season. None. These are professional athletes. These guys are the best of the best. Oh, well, we would hope so. Broncos haven't proved that they're the best of the best. But anyways, penalties, drop balls, missed blocks on assignments, missed throws to wide open receivers. Enough is enough. Injuries are no excuse. Lack of preparation is no excuse. The virus is no excuse. The Broncos aren't the only team that has to deal with this. The 49ers have major injuries. The Cowboys have major injuries. Sure, they don't have winning records either, but they're not making excuses. You can't make excuses at this level because every single team, all 32 teams, have the same issue. So why are the Broncos so bad? Why? Because they have a horrible, horrible offensive coordinator and a head coach who doesn't know if he should be calling defensive plays or not. I'm frustrated because this is an ongoing thing. This isn't just this year. This goes back to last year. This goes back the year before. This goes back to when Kubiak left. And ever since Kubiak left, Broncos haven't been the same. Look what Kubiak is doing in Minnesota. Look how he's calling offensive plays. Look what Delvin Cook is doing. Delvin Cook looks like Terrell Davis. And he's on his way to being possibly MVP. Could Kubiak do that with Lindsey? Would Kubiak use Lindsey more than Pat Shurmur is? Lindsey had touched the ball 7 times last game. 7 times. Why? Lindsey is a spark plug. It's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous that Lindsey is not carrying the ball more than he is. Do I sound pissed? Yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry because I'm a dedicated Bronco fan that is sick and tired of seeing this. This is absolutely inexcusable on so many fronts. So many fronts. The Broncos had another first half meltdown, or should I say slow start. There were 3 possessions by the Atlanta Falcons. In their first 3 possessions of the first half, they scored 3 times. A field goal and 2 touchdowns. Ooh, does that sound familiar? Yeah, Denver trailed again 17-3. And at the end or I should say at the middle or the beginning of the 3rd quarter, they trailed 20-3. Last week it was 24-3 against the Chargers. But guess what? The Falcons are not the Chargers. The Falcons have a quarterback named Matt Ryan. They don't have a rookie quarterback. They have a veteran quarterback. And even though Denver made the game close at the end, final score 34-27 Atlanta, Denver did come back. Yes, I'll give them that. But why are we waiting to the 4th quarter to do anything? Why don't we have this kind of game plan at the beginning of the game or in the middle of the 2nd quarter or in the beginning of the 3rd? Why do we wait till the 4th? Is this the whole Josh McDaniels, Tim Tebow rewind? The only difference is Tim Tebow had legs. Tim Tebow was smart. Tim Tebow made plays when he had to. Drew Lock, I'm not sure, is the answer. I hate to say it, but at this point in time, I don't feel that Drew Lock is the answer. Atlanta didn't even have Calvin Ridley. But they did have their key receiver. And their key receiver is a lot better than, obviously, than Broncos. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say that. Our receivers did well. We did have some big plays. We did have actually we had 6 plays that were longer than 10 yards, and one of them was a pass to Noah Fant. He went for 36 yards, but then he got hurt. But we just are not making enough plays at the beginning of the game. We need to mix things up. Maybe we need to go in a hurry up. Maybe a no huddle. Maybe we just need to do maybe the defense. I don't want to rip on the defense. They've been really good. They've been pressuring the quarterback. They've been making key plays. They've been getting interceptions. They've been doing their job. But they can't be on the field for 45 minutes in a 60-minute game. They can't even be on the field for 30 minutes of a 60-minute game. You're asking them way too much to do the impossible. Sure, they did come back. they did show heart at the end, but they also made some key stupid mistakes. Overthrows. Philip Lindsay drops a ball that's right in his hands on the last drive. Then you had confusion, and you had illegal substitutions, and the list goes on and on and on. This has to stop. I don't know if it's going to stop. I don't even have any confidence that it's going to stop. I mean, we play the Raiders next week. We saw what the Raiders did. The Raiders have been doing. Can we beat the Raiders? I don't know. I'll let you know that when I do the video on Friday. But I don't have any confidence in this team whatsoever. And this has been going on for 4+ years. And I saw what Flacco did yesterday against the Patriots as a Jet quarterback. He looked amazing. Why can't quarterbacks do that in Denver? I don't know. The bottom line is, I'm frustrated. We need a change, and I don't know where that change has come from. It could come from the draft. I doubt it. I doubt it'll be the draft. I doubt seriously it's going to be a free agent. I mean, who would want to come to this jacked up, messed up team right now? I have no clue. But I do know, plain and simple, I do know something needs to change. And it needs to change fast. That's my take on this game. I have nothing else to say. I hope things get better. I don't believe they'll get better anytime soon. But they had better change. Something better get fixed before this guy loses his mind. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you subscribe. I'm your host, Bronco Bill. I'll talk to you on Friday. Bye-bye.